y'all. Was over here at Music Institute on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, some great things happening this evening. Producers panel. Peace to Brittany Boston. She made it happen. Hype Magazine. We in here everywhere, y'all. So stay tuned. Check it out. A lot of education about music and how to get your money. So check it out. See you later. Peace.
I'm about to bring up, she's the CEO, the starter, the founder, the one who makes all these happen. Y'all gotta stand up on your feet like the minister get ready to get down from the service. Get up on your feet one time. She already, hey, for Brittany Boston.
Chinchilla on. I don't know why I was wearing a chinchilla out here in LA. It would be summertime and I would just be performing Sexy Lady like in the club and doing all that, and I didn't have a deal. So from there, within that happening, I ended up, like, my song went Power Rotation at Power 106, and I ended up getting my record deal at, like, 2007, signed by Rick Ross and Lil Wayne. And, like, when I did that with my co-producer partner, Ayo, like, I didn't think it was going to be, like, super huge, but it turned out to be a multi-platinum record. From there, it just snowballed until right now.
Swish, I started playing music when I was 6, playing the piano. Being a part of band in elementary school, high school, I've been part of drumline, salsa band, jazz band, orchestra, classical music, all that. Started DJing in high school. A lot of the parties, went to Cal State Long Beach, DJ.
This it might be, it's your second though, bro.
Second. Okay. I just know Brittany, like, this is my dog right here. I helped her get some of the people here because I feel like you guys need, this is like a real treat for y'all, and not even to be on no cocky stuff, but like when I was coming up, it wasn't really stuff like this. So I want to just really tell everybody in here, man, to really pay close attention to what these people are saying, because everybody has their own individual story and everybody's been through twice as much. I split 3 for 6, California native, from the IE originally. I came up in a R&B group. I don't think you could meet a dude in LA that came up in the early mid-2000s that wasn't in an R&B group, but I was in the R&B group and really started kind of like at the top. I walked into deals and labels and red carpet treatment, and it's funny because my journey is a little unique because I started here and I had to get knocked down just to get back up and get knocked down again and get back up. I've seen this man. He been in LA for like 10 years, grinding, like 10 years, like really just out here grinding, man. And I got nothing but respect for him and everybody on this panel, man. So
let's just, you guys can just say how did you get here and where you came from.
All right, thank you, Brittany.
Amen. Appreciate it.
God bless you for putting this on tonight, Brittany.
Hey, God bless you for being here, man. You.
All right, so how y'all feel tonight? All right, good energy. All right, cool. I'm co-signing one half of the interns. Shout out my partner too. I'm from the west side of Chicago. Shout out Maywood and Broadview. Grew up, playing instruments. Church boy, you know what I'm saying? Singing in the choir, playing the whole 9 yards. I went away to Florida A&M University, Tallahassee, and I was in a Marching 100 and all different type of music classes. I was in music education major. Then my mom got cancer and I had to move back to Chicago. I transferred to Columbia College, and right before I started my 3rd year, my mom passed of cancer, and it was her last wish. She was just like, yo man, I thought I would be there with you upon graduation, but do me this one favor and just grab.
And I know y'all see him on the flyer with his shirt unbuttoned and his chest hair out and stuff.
Chill. But
I've been playing piano since I was 6 years old too. And I grew up in church, and I'm still in church. I'm all about God. You know what I'm saying? And without him, I'm nothing. I'm still trying to get to where I'm supposed to be, but I know with him guiding me, I know I'm going to get there. My father passed away about 7 years ago, and the fact that he saw me do some type of success, like, I bought my first Toyota Camry when I was like 20, I picked him up in that, Dad, I'm here, come through, we gonna go bowling, we gonna do something. And then, you know, but like, you know, now that I'm 27, you know, that I'm executive producing Jesse J's whole album. You know, I got a couple commercials out on TV. I woke up last night and saw Emmanuel commercials on me that I produced, and I'm just like, man, this is crazy. You know? But you know, I grew up in church, and you know, I was just looking at Rocky Jerkins. He's from my area too, back in South Jersey. And you know, just watching him, it was like Kobe Bryant watching Michael Jordan. It's just trying to figure out like the blueprint and the steps and how to get to where he was and stuff like that. I never asked him for handouts or anything. He had a squad with him, and you know, I kind of joined with him, you know, as partnership, you know, production, and you know, we had some success, but you know, I just felt like I was doing all of the work, and I felt like, you know, I was getting slighted. So, you know, I knew my worth. I just didn't have the resources to, you know, get to where I wanted to be. So, you know, I just stepped out on faith, and I was like, you know what, man, you know, like, you're good and everything. I love you, bro, but, you know, I don't need you. And, you know, I stand here today. For real, listen, like, you want the truth or not? You know, at the end of the day, you gotta know your worth. You know,
how y'all doing? What up, yeah? Well, you know, from LA. And I just really started out rapping people all around the city when I was.
I can vouch for that.
When I was, you know, a teenager, when I was like 15 or 16 years old, I started battling, and I probably battled everybody that rapped, and I started in school first, and then once I battled everybody at my school, then the people from the neighboring schools, and then, you know, I have like older homies and cousins take me to the barber shop where they was rapping. I'd be freestyling in the back of my mom's apartment building with my neighbors. We used to battle like how you play 21 or like a free-for-all, be like 1-on-2 or 3. And that's really just how I kind of sharpen my skills and being able to think quickly, which is a very valuable skill in this game. At times it can be hard to balance. I think whatever you put your energy into, that's what's going to grow. So for a lot of time, you know, for over the past, you know, 10 or so years that I've been in this game, my focus was on songwriting and being as good as I can at that.
Breakfast Club interview, and I did my research, and you actually used to be signed to DMX, so it was Iceberg, then Youngberg, and now Hitmaker, the producer. So can you just kind of explain those different phases of your career and where you're going next?
Iceberg was a 15-year-old bad kid, like from like not having nothing. You know, like I was really out here like sleeping on floors, doing this. Like I'll never forget, I went to, when Sexy Lady was bubbling, I went to Power 106, and I did something, and I told my whole life story. And I cried in front of E-Man and all these, Just Incredible and all these different DJs, and they just took to my record, and my record just went crazy. And then I wasn't ready. Like, imagine giving somebody 21 years old millions of dollars, like off the rip. Like, I had two salute to Ryan Press, Jay Irvin, and Troy Carter, who are my 3 mentors.
So with that being said, find a mentor, find somebody who you can learn from. So Mr. Kemper, I want to get into,
yes,
you sung background vocals on
I
Drake's
did, and it's the first time like my voice was like publicly like introduced to the world. And you know, I was actually working with this group from
singing wise, or was that just a experiment?
So you know, so I'm at the studio, right, and I'll get back to your question, but I'm at the studio and I'm playing beats because, you know, I'm with Jazz Prince, and he's like, oh man, play that beat, play them beats, man. You know, I need them beats, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, something slow for a play, man, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, I got you.
And so with him being around YG, that's how he heard, you know, the beats. So he asked me to work on the album. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. That's like 2 years ago, maybe. So we were working in Studio City. I already had beats that I thought, YG would sound good on them. And so it was pretty much that process of just playing beats and, oh yeah, I want that one. Or, oh, I want to talk about, because I was there the night he got shot. So he was like, oh, I want to write a song like how I got shot. So I just made a beat. and so he just took it and just went with it. But the process has been cool. Fuck Donald Trump. I gave him the beat and he played it for me, and I thought it was like a joke, like a gimmick song, like oh fuck Donald Trump. And so I didn't really think too much of it. And then Nipsey hopped on the song, and then once it was out, it was it was a perfect time. I think the timing was perfect.
I know that a lot of your music is like West Coast influence. Who's like one of your biggest influence to your sound?
Well, growing up, like
I know some of the story that Seven talked about, and there was actually 3 writers on that record. Can you just talk about just the chemistry that you have with Seven, and how you guys are able to just bang out amazing #1 records all the time?
Like I feel like I've always said this, like I do my best work with females, and I guess it's just something about the feminine energy that really gets my gears going. And I guess also too because
Between you and Camper, y'all competing for like very white.
Because it was just going so fast. Took it to Daryl Jones, just played it for him casually. He loved it. It was like, yo, we need to get a session. We need to cut this ASAP. So we cut it, and the rest is that.
Amazing. Cosign. You guys know the record Anaconda, of course. He talked about it. Now I read that you guys co-produced that with Polo.
Yeah, Polo and Anonymous.
Okay. Now, how often do you collaborate with other producers on productions?
All the time. Everybody on this panel, I think except for DJ Switch, we're going to change that. I pretty much work with everybody here.
And how does that work? Because I know it's a lot of producers in here and they are used to doing stuff on their own. So can you speak to the importance of collaboration?
Oh man, collaboration can happen a bunch of different ways. You know, sometimes somebody just has the loop. You know, or sometimes somebody has a popping song. Hennessy.
That too. People have to be medicated. Nobody? So it's nothing like no.
I mean, Pro Tools, right?
Yeah.
See, Pro Tools in the microphone.
You mean like what do we use? Like
Yeah, like is there anything that you
I'm
need to put that sauce on it?
Oh shit!
A lot of auto-tune. A lot of auto-tune. Zero.
Auto-tune on 0. Push that up. I
like mine on 20.
I'm on Logic 9. Yeah, I'm on Logic 9 and Pro Tools. That's pretty much all I need.
I want to say though this one thing. I don't think they get enough credit. Engineers are so essential to what's going on. Like for real, man. You could be in the best fucking studio in the world. Like it's nothing like going to Hit Factory in Miami and then like you meet a guy and it's like, hey, it's George, and then it's like it's just ass. Like it'll ruin the whole session. Like I don't care what type of intoxication you got, how many women you got in the room with you, what's going on. Like if you have a terrible engineer, you're dead before you even start the session. So I really applaud everybody that's an engineer in here. I wouldn't be nothing without my guy Sauce Miyagi, who's my engineer now, and then engineers prior to me, Ben, who's now Jason Derulo's engineer. Like, if you ain't got the engineer, don't even book the session damn near, for real, for real.
Somebody was saying something. Can't see everybody. I wanna quickly get into thick of it. Camper.
Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Nat.
Is Eddie here? Oh,
He
okay.
bounced?
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, how did that come about? First of all, clap it up for him. Thick of it was Mary J. Blige.
Stop me.
Well, it was her first time having a record go #1 on Billboard for 16 consecutive weeks.
You never. It just shows you. It shows to tell you where like you just like Michael was talking about. Just keep going, keep pushing, because you never know when that's going to happen. Like Mary J. She's been in the game for a long time, like 20 years, and now she's just getting this. You know what I'm saying? And it's me. I'm only 27. I'm a baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Like she worked with everybody. And then I come on the scene and I, you know, that's all good, bro. Marvin's Room. And it's really very exclusive to get in there. So, you know, you would...
Where's Marvin's Room? There's a lot of people in here that don't
Marvin, I can't take this voice.
Marvin's Room. Yeah, but you said gears, like... So Marvin's Room is Marvin Gaye's studio where, you know, like he worked out of. And you know, it's very famous and it's very exclusive at the same time. So like a lot of people can't just work. Like you gotta know what you're capable of doing before you even get to the person. You can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like once you get in a room with somebody, no matter who it is, bro. Like just understand what you can do. I knew what I could do for Mary before I even pressed play. Once she said, "You got beats for me?" I said, "Yeah." Boom. Think of It was the first song I played. And it's crazy because I was in Toronto when I made it for Drake. And Drake was like, "Yo, this is crazy, bro. 40 wanted the files." I'm like, "Chill, bro. Wait. So I'm like, you know, I'm in LA, I played for her. And she's like, I want this. I'm like, dang. I had to say, you know, let me call my manager. And I talked to her about it. And then, you know, long story short, came back and said, okay, let's do it. Boom. Think of It. Boom. And then Love Yourself, boom. And then it got Kanye on it. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Now, this is my first beat that I made, first beat that I produced that has Kanye's vocals on it versus like a co-production or whatever. So, you know, like I was already ecstatic off of that. And I met Jay-Z for the first time in Marvin's Room too, because he came because Mary wanted, you know, him to hop on the record. He never did. So I loved though. But I met him, but he went in the booth. Right? I know, man, this is love. I get in the booth. No, he's in the studio. He's in the studio. I play him a song for Mary, but it was just a beat. And he was like, is the mic on? And my heart was like, yo, like this is whole, dog. Yo, like I was over here getting crazy, dog. I was like, yo, I can't believe it. Did you fan out? Almost. So the beat's playing right. He's walking in there, jewelry just clink, clink, clink. You know what I'm saying? Right? All he's saying, and all he's saying is this. He's just saying, Bro, I almost lost my mind, man. Like this is like a dream come true. I don't care if you don't even put words together. You mumbling over my beat, man. Like I'm hyped. But yeah, that's how that came about, and you know, I'm just happy to be a part of that.
Cool. All right. Jizzle, you an amazing talent, songwriter. You work with everybody. Travis Scott, Pharrell, Puff Daddy. I don't know what y'all call him. What you call him, Diddy?
I call him bro.
Bro? Can you just talk about what a bit of an influence that you've taken from each one of those people and been able to apply to your artistry?
I think from all of them is just dedication and work ethic. I mean, pretty much everybody here. I've worked with everybody here on the panel as well, I think, with the exception of Swish.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a good one. So,
thank you, bro.
Fucking, in the midst of like getting all these songs cracking or whatever, like I was starting to do like a bunch of songs and I was starting to gain a little notoriety and a little steam of myself. And I'm kind of one of them people that like I always want to push myself and motivate myself. So my dumb ass, I went and bought this like 15,000 square foot house or whatever. Like I was just like, I rented it out and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna rent this house and I'm gonna make music in this house and I'm gonna do everything in this house. Me having this high ass expensive rent and all this other, it's gonna push me to really work hard because I gotta pay these damn bills. So within having this huge empty house, like it was just me by myself, like me, no dog, no nothing. I ended up setting up like my pre-production studio with my engineer band, and I was there and we was in my studio, and my studio was like the movie theater, but we didn't have shit in the movie theater. There wasn't no chairs, no nothing. It was just like me, Jeremiah, my engineer, on a couple bean bags with liquor, weed, etc. So we sitting there, and I'm gonna tell y'all the exact day, because like this session was crazy, because we did a song called H-Town. We did a song called I Think of You featuring Chris Brown and Big Sean that night, and we did Bounce Back that night by Big Sean. And nobody knows that Big Sean wrote, and me and Jeremiah wrote the hook to Big Sean Bounce Back. And we were in the studio, and like it was the last, it was like 7 in the morning. If anybody know Jeremiah, he's one of the craziest people I've ever met in my life. Like he'll stay up for 3 days and just spit out hits, pause every 5 minutes. So we were in the studio, and like I wasn't really fucking with the track, honestly. Like I was just like, I got the beat from my co-producer partner Smash David, and you know, like the last ones, like 7 o'clock in the morning, like I'm tired, man. I got my girlfriend upstairs, man. I'm trying to move around. Like, what's up with you? He like, nah, let's just stick it out and let's do one more idea. And I'm finna play y'all Big Sean Bounce Back. The reference, of course, shout out to Sean. He changed a bunch of different words around the hook from what we created it, but man, this one happened in literally 4.5 minutes. Like, he just went in the booth one time and just came out, and we structured the idea from there. Let me find this real quick for y'all, just to see how crazy this shit is.
He's scrolling like forever though.
Yeah, listen. I got like 4,000 songs in one folder, and we making like 10, 11 songs a night. That's why it's like, Micah though. Micah been around me, man.
You follow that nigga on Instagram, you'll see. It don't stop.
Well, why you looking for that, Mike? I know you got something. I know you do. I just.
All right. I will say this: the voice note is everything for me. Don't just think this shit just come out like water. It don't. Like before y'all hear it, it's a whole process. So I was actually playing my brother something that I worked on today, and it's boo-boo, but I love the melodies.
I was singing ass nigga.
Hey,
you look at the voice note singing ass.
No, absolutely. Everything that I do, I voice note everything, because I feel like if it sound good on here, it's a smash. So this is what I play. That's it. Take the feelings off right now. Last emotion right now. And you can leave your mind to find right there. On the shelf. Yeah. That's it. Let that breeze lay your head. Oh, I follow my lead, girl. Oh, yeah. Whatever you do, make sure you never remember the thing you used to do. Oh, baby, I can.
Nigga, you got backgrounds on a voice note?
Chi-Town, LAX. Hey!
Smash.
Columbia College, ladies and gentlemen, Chicago. Chicago! Bergen, Jeremiah, baby! One time for the land.
So like, Camper, you got something? You talk to me.
Yo, now you still here? You dance crazy. Okay, so hold on. Okay, all right, cool. So this is one of the songs that is off the new Mary J. Blige album. But Jasmine Sullivan wrote the record, so I have her version of "Thank You." It's called "Thank You." Play it.
You never ever think they do you wrong.
She sound good too, right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Stop talking to the bitches. I did everything you asked of me and more. Still you be going through my Insta, tripping when you know them pictures over. I'm already focused on this money and trying to turn this house into a home. But you so focused on the problems, girl, it ain't no wonder they ain't gone. So I say I don't care, you say I ain't there, and I should just pack my shit and go. I grab myself a bag, you beg me to come back. Why must you play these games with a nigga I'm so tired of? Now you can't make your mind up if you want to live. I hate to see you lonely like these other bitches. Keep bringing up the past when you
Yeah, you know, of course, Tyler. Made it all the way.
You know me like these other bitches.
I'd hate to see it.
Well.
Yeah.
We worried about so much, man. Say what you need to say. Just have fun. This is music. This is the most influential entity in the world. This is the universal language. So why not have fun? Music is supposed to be fun. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, don't get out your head. Stop worrying about thinking about what this person would say or what this person would do. Have fun and do you.
Yeah, I mean, along with what they just said, really just finding somebody that you trust too, because this industry can get a little weird and shady, and you know, a lot of shit happens. Like I had legal issues. This is how I met my manager, playing football with a couple interscope guys, and you know, I was like, hey, I got, you know, some legal stuff, because as producers, you guys really need to know that stuff. That's why I didn't come to school. But yeah, so I had some legal issues, and you know, he was like, hey, I got an attorney for you. So, you know, it's really just us three, me, him, my manager, and her, and our attorney. That's my whole team, and I've been doing a lot. It's gonna come out soon, but
amen.
Yeah, just have somebody you can trust. Real shit.
Yep.
I say, be a craftsman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really be a craftsman. Don't just put in like minimal work and then call yourself an artist or call yourself a producer when you really don't be working for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, like, man, you know, like they sacrifice a lot to be in this business. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is that at some point, you know, you will get exposed if you like, you know, finessing and you know, you riding the coattail and stuff like that. And
Preach.
That's never cool. It ain't no shortcuts. You know what I mean? If you're a reader and you read Outliers and you know about that 10,000 hour rule, like you should be having fun with that process, man. You know, you staying in the studio, you ain't went home, you ain't took no shower, you making musty ball music. That's
musty
that
ball
shit.
record.
That's that essence.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's that essence.
Yes, sir.
So definitely be a craftsman. No, but I'm being serious though. Definitely be a craftsman, and then study the greats. There's a lot of people who were like gifted angels that came and left us some of the best music to study, and are no longer here anymore. You know what I mean? Do your homework. Go do some research and understand what it really is to write a real song that pulls at people's soul and their heartstrings. Shit that's gonna last over years. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, just to piggyback off of everybody that spoke just now, it's like, you don't want to look back 20 years from now and be like, I should have did this, man. That's it.
Just come to the stage. Tell them what it is.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Butter. This is my production partner, Biscuit. What's up? And we have produced for people like John Legend, Day Tonight, Best We Ever Had, Miguel, Neo, Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're from Philly.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, Philly the building.
All right. Up next, let's go.
Hey, what's that now? DJ Looney Tunes. You know what I'm saying? Producer Ashley Future, Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Caleb, Rihanna, FHB, The Game. You know, list goes on.
List goes on. Y'all know who that is.
Somebody go get that young lady to work out with them silver boots. What's up, y'all? I'm Animal, producer, actor, artist, engineer. I work with Kendrick Lamar, Pharrell, Ty Dolla $ign. Bunch of cool motherfuckers who y'all know, you know.
For sure. Go ahead and tell them who you are.
Swish, producer, LA. Signed to University.
What's going on? This is Hanji, Music Institute, Hollywood Boulevard, Land of the Stars, producers panel. It was amazing. I know y'all seen it. It's great, hype magazine. I see Los Semos. So stay tuned to the next episode. Bye.